The Bandhan Core Equity Fund is a large and mid-cap fund. We believe the large and mid-cap category is a very interesting one. The way we run this fund, there are three tenets. One is that we are anti-fragile. What we mean by anti-fragile is we do a lot of robust risk management practices. We run a fragmented portfolio so that no single event hits us. The second is that we are very dynamic. So we don't believe in buying and holding a stock if it's not great risk reward at any point of time. So if a stock does very well, we will change the weights, reduce the weights so that the risk reward is better and move into some other stocks where we see better potential. The third is that we are following macro trends. We don't necessarily predict it, but we respond to it. So if we see global macro variables like commodity prices, US interest rates, India's GDP growth, all these kind of big macro numbers, if they change, we fine tune our portfolio to be in line with that change. So these are the three important ways in which we manage the portfolio. In terms of what is there in the portfolio, there are broadly three categories of stock. One is what we call the growth at reasonable price, which are the usual structural stories which we tend to keep for a fairly long period of time. The second is the thematic side, which are cycles which we are playing. We may not have a very long term view because the cycle may end. So some of the cycles today where we are invested is power equipment, real estate and metals. The third part is what we call the deep value or optional upside part, where we're looking at stocks which are trading at a fraction of their asset values, book values, replacement cost, or holding companies where the discount to the underlying asset is huge. So these are three parts of the portfolio. The biggest part is of course the growth at reasonable price, which is typically 50 to 60%. The thematics are around 25 to 35%, and the deep value stocks are about 10 to 20%. That's the broad split of the three segments.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.